For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, hello again. We've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got Deb Johnson coming along in just a second, but I want to remind you that we've got a second segment where we're going to talk about Earth Day, and then finally we're going to introduce you to a new organization called Blue Water Hope. Miss Deb Johnson, welcome back to the Focus set. Nice to see you.
Always good to see you.
You brought a guest.
I sure did. This is Telly Delor.
Hi, Telly.
Nice to meet
Telly,
you.
nice to meet you.
And Telly is our new Chief Operating Officer effective April 1st of this year. She replaced our former Chief Operating Officer, Tracy Pingator, who had been with us for a number of years, 38 to be exact, and she retired. So we wish her well, and we welcome Telly in the new role. Prior to that, Telly's been with the organization for a number of years. She came to us first in our Community Relations Department, and then she was promoted to the Recipient Rights Director, which is a very important position in the organization, and then from there into the current role that she has.
Telly, what is a COO?
A COO. So the Chief Operating Officer for St. Clair County Community Mental Health is responsible for a lot of things. We are responsible for any legal issues, contract negotiations with our 2 union chapters that we have at our organization. We do things with our clerical team, safety, corporate compliance. There's a number of tasks that this position is responsible for.
So you're doing the inside stuff.
Yes.
While the staff is handling people in the county.
Yes.
Wow, how many employees?
We have a lot, about 460 employees
Wow.
now. We've grown significantly over the last four years.
Lots of personalities, lots of daily issues.
Yes.
I don't feel good, et cetera, et cetera.
A lot of things like that.
Yes. We're doing great work in our community and really supporting our fellow citizens in our county who need some support.
And you do it from the inside for them.
That's right. Support to all of our
That's
staff.
an important job.
She has to do everything that I don't want to do. I'm just kidding. No, we have clearly defined roles, but she does.
Here, you take that, I'll take this.
Yeah.
And some stuff we do together. We were in a couple
Yes.
meetings today together,
Yes.
but yeah, I'm excited to have Telly in this new role. I knew that she would be good in this role, especially her attention to detail and all those kinds of things for corporate compliance. Contracts, things like that. That's super important.
Right.
Even following rules and policies, all the contracts, that's all important and critical. So those are things I don't love to do, but that's not my job anyways.
Right.
But she'll be great at it, and so we're happy to have her in that capacity.
Thank you.
You're welcome here anytime. April's a very busy month for you and for the agency. The first one we're going to talk about is autism. What's happening?
And every month is busy at St. Clair County Community Mental Health, especially these days. But April is Autism Awareness. Actually, it's Autism Acceptance Month. They changed it because it's not. It used to be Awareness Month, and it's not just enough to be aware about autism, but we really need people to be more accepting of individuals who have any diagnosis on the autism spectrum. And I think that you and I have talked about this before. But there are such varying levels of challenges with people with autism. Some you might never even notice. There could be somebody who's in a high power position and they're on the autism spectrum, and you don't know that. You might pick up some cues that maybe there's some social interaction things that are a little bit different, but they're super smart, they're very successful, etc. So. Actually, like Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory, for sure. For sure, he's he's on the spectrum, and at least the character that he plays. That's what I'm talking about. But at any rate, so it's important for us to know that. And one of our staff that is a parent of 2 sons that are on the spectrum. I interviewed her, and she for one of the other shows that we do, and she said, if you've met one person with autism. You've met one person. That's it. Because
everybody's different.
They're all different. Yeah. That's right. And so it's important to remember that. So during the month, we want to raise awareness about it. But autism is a neurodevelopmental disability that typically impacts the normal development of the brain in the areas of social, social interaction, communication skills, and cognitive functioning. So some people, as I just said, have no impairment in cognitive functioning, but they do maybe in the social interaction or things like that. So there's a lot of information and resources on our Facebook and on our website about it. And we also have an autism support group. And I think you're going to throw up the flyer.
Yeah.
But that group meets the third Thursday of every month. And they have 2 different meetings from 9 to 10:30 or 1 to 2:30. And those meetings are held at our Children's Services building, which is on 24th Street, 2415 24th Street. So
That's easy to get to.
Oh, and also, you should know, yeah, very easy. You'll see it when you're on 24th Street. The BP gas station is next
Right.
door to
Yep.
it, and
Right.
then a field, I guess, right? And you don't have to have a child or an adult open for services with us to go to that. Any parent, caregiver, you're a friend of somebody who has autism or on the spectrum, and you want to hear about it, learn more about it, get some support maybe in dealing with certain things. This is the group.
So it meets every third Thursday of each month, 2 different times, 9:30 till 10:30 or 1 till 2:30. And yeah, that's great. That's a great organization to be involved with. Get a lot of information.
Yeah, and it's open to anybody, so,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. The next one is alcohol awareness.
Yes,
Tough one.
if you want to talk about any of these, you can, Telly. Just jump right in. But she's not been in the program operations side of things, but if she wants to, she can jump in. But we know that a lot of people, in fact, more than 14.5 million Americans struggle with alcohol use disorder, and so some form of it. And we try to say alcohol use disorder as opposed to you're an alcoholic or different things like that, because I know I've said this before on your show, we've talked about it, but everybody's wired differently. We know
Yes.
that, and so some people will become an alcoholic very easily. Maybe their parent was an alcoholic, and there's genetic issues there too. Like you have a 50% more likelihood, I think, and so it's different for everybody, and it is not a choice that people make. It is a disorder, and it needs to, they need treatment, and they can get treatment, and treatment works. They can get themselves into recovery. We have medication-assisted treatment. We have a lot of therapy, things like that, and so we just want to raise awareness during this month. And one of the key things, I guess, is since we became what's called a CCBHC, you probably know the acronym by now, Certified Community Behavioral Health Clinic. It's a special designation that allows us to see people, actually required us to do certain things and allowed us to see people with private insurance and moderate to mild forms of mental illness and just substance use disorder. Before that, we could only see somebody with substance use disorder if they had a co-occurring mental illness diagnosis. But now if you have a friend that just has alcohol use disorder, they want to get into treatment, call us up.
Okay. And that telephone number is 888. You got that one?
888.
Yeah, he should pop it up there for us. Number 4, I think. There it goes. No,
That's our mobile crisis line.
right, that's another
And
one.
that's an important number too.
Right. Well, we got a bunch of numbers lined up. The last page here.
Okay.
But in any event, alcohol, and then we're going to move on to stress management.
Yeah, stress. Whew. Stress, we all experience stress, I think, at some points, right?
I love
And,
this slide.
That's cute, stress. April is Stress Awareness Month. And, one of the simple things, and I bet Telly could share some things that she does too, and you could too, but we all have to do what helps us, what kind of self-care works for us, what helps you to de-stress. I told people people know at work actually that I like to bake. It's like kind of a de-stressor for me. It relaxes me.
We like it when she bakes.
And they like it too.
Do
and
you
then
share
I feel
the
good.
cookies?
I sure
She
do.
does,
I
she
bring
does.
them in. And but I also like physical exercise. Things like that help me to de-stress, and I need time to do those things. And it's important during not just Stress Awareness Month, because stress can do a lot of things to you. It can cause physical illnesses, a lot of health issues. So I don't know. You want to share anything?
I love to read. I love to listen to music. I love to spend time with my family. Those kinds of things help de-stress your life or my life.
And,
what do you do?
And you have a very stressful job. I mean, managing the lives of 500 and some people and their daily needs is not an easy thing.
Right. Like Deb said, we had quite a few meetings today, move from thing to thing and try to make some decisions, and there's a lot to manage.
Because the decision you make affects
it sure does.
lots of people.
Yeah.
And the other thing I told her is that there's not a day where you go, okay, I am done with absolutely everything I needed to do, and I can go home now, because that never happens. And
Right.
so she's an overachiever, and she wants to stay late and get things done. And I said, you can't do that every day. So, so if her
every
husband's watching,
Right.
he knows coming. I said it. She shouldn't
My
do
decision,
it.
my decision.
Yeah. But anyways, but yeah, it's
She's picking on you already.
I know, she is a little
But
bit.
it's a positive pick
Okay,
on.
all right.
But sometimes people that are kind of how she is, that causes more stress to not have things in order. So,
So it's okay to stay a little longer to make sure
Sometimes.
that my day's ready,
As
right?
long as you find
my
the
next day's
balance.
lined up.
Balance is important,
It
right?
is. That is very true.
Got a couple events coming up. One is the resource fair, and Silly will throw that slide up too. Wednesday the 8th from 10 till 8, and you are involved in that. It's not your agency putting it on, but you're involved.
Right.
Right.
That's from 10 to 2, just
10
to
to
make
2.
sure. 10
Yeah.
to 2 at
Not 8
SC4.
p.m., no way.
Right, at SC4. But it's a great opportunity for individuals in our community to go and get resources that could support them in our community, whether it's for housing, food assistance, insurance, all kinds of things. So it's a great
Hygiene bags they
hygiene
give
bags,
out.
food, all kinds of things. So
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity to be able to interact with a number of different agencies and receive some different resources.
And it's absolutely free.
It's absolutely free.
And our agency will have a resource table there,
Yes.
along with a lot of other agencies. But it's a great opportunity, like Telly said, to get a lot of information and a lot of free stuff too. Good free
Well,
stuff.
and Miss Amy Smith was here last week,
Yeah.
and she talking about it, and she also said there's going to be a food truck there.
Yes.
Great, yep.
So that's important for
And I think she still needs volunteers. So if she does, that's actually posted on our Facebook. It's also posted on the Community Service Coordinating Body Facebook page. And there's probably a QR code to scan, and you can register as a volunteer.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
thing I liked that what she said was that when you register, that saves your place in line for the food truck.
Right,
nice.
so people don't have to come camp out. Like sometimes we've had people camping out so early because they want to make sure that they're going to get the stuff. And
Right.
sometimes there's been like humongously long lines
Yeah,
of
yeah.
people waiting for food. But yeah, so if people register, that gives them their place in line. And when they get there, so the sooner you register, the closer you are to the front of the
And
line.
then you can go check out all the other resources so
Yeah.
you're not standing in line all day.
Right.
And then the next one is close to your heart because you participate all the time, and it is the 5K run and 1 mile walk for recovery.
Yes.
May the 11th.
And this is our 16th annual
Wow.
Run for Recovery. And it will be Saturday, May 11th. And actually, I just heard the numbers today without counting all the runners that come with our sponsorships, because we give a certain number based on how much you sponsor. We had like 260 people signed up, which is more
Early.
more people than we even had at the run last year.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big fun event. Last year's event was fabulous. We don't have a sports superstar yet that I know of. Like last year we had Braylon Edwards come talk, and he only talked a few minutes, but about basically one of his goals in life is to help decrease stigma associated with mental health issues or substance use, because he had some mental health issues in spite of the fact that he's a superstar athlete,
Right.
played pro ball for a number of years, and so it's important to say it's okay, everybody needs a little help once in a while, and
Yeah.
that's what he talked about the day he was there. And then we have Mitts. No, which one is the Detroit Tigers? We don't have the Detroit Tiger thing. That's one of those.
Pause, I think.
Pause.
Okay, so no pause. We have Mitts, which is the Prowlers, and we have Levi from McLaren, a big bear, and we have Skip from SC4 for sure.
Yeah.
There might be a special guest appearance from somebody else who, if they're there, I'll be happy for the people, but sad for myself because.
You could
but-
speak louder than that.
This year I have a humongous conflict and I'm sad, but I'm going to do it virtually. So I will be in Indianapolis, but I am going to do it virtually. And actually somebody else from out of state, they love our run shirts because we have the best run shirts every year.
Yeah.
And the person said, can I sign up virtually because I want one of those shirts?
I'm not going to run. I just come for the shirt.
People do, and but this person actually is a runner, and she said she'll do her run virtually. We don't have a way to verify the time for the virtual run, but anybody that wants to do that for sure, I'll be in Indianapolis, and I'll go out for my 3 mile walk jog in the morning
Right.
of the run. But I'm not going to win anything.
And there is the opportunity for the 1 mile walk as well. And we do have a lot of people that bring their pets and walk their dogs along the route. So
wonderful.
that's a lot of fun.
Wonderful, yeah.
So
Yeah, and a 1 mile timed run for kids. Kids
Yeah.
really like that, like under 12. I think it's under 12, right?
Yeah.
I think so. 12 and
Yeah.
under.
Yep. And,
Timed run.
It's timed for 1 mile, so that's a nice opportunity. And we give out a lot of medals, and kids generally love
Love it.
that. We have like just 5-year age groups. Like I just ran the YMCA, which I am on the YMCA board. I love the YMCA, but they only gave out first, second, and third for the top women, top men of all ages. And I was like, come on. I'm pretty sure I was one of the older
You want
ladies
some hardware.
there.
You want some
Yeah.
hardware.
The preceding was an editorial.
But anyways, no, but we do have a lot of, we go like 3 deep, and that was actually Mike McCartan's recommendation back in the day. We actually used to go 5 deep when we had a ton of runners, so we might end up moving to that at some point again too, because it's fun. It's just a fun day.
All right, now I want to end up with a bunch of numbers here.
All right.
And if Sully will throw up the first one, we'll discuss it, because you throw a lot of numbers at people. And go ahead, Sully, throw up a number. There we go. So what's this number?
That number is if you want to sign up for the Run for Recovery.
Yeah.
You can call up, and if you can do it online, you can go to runsignup.com. There's a QR code, like when you flashed up the picture.
Yeah.
There it is, wherever it is. There's a QR code on that. They can do that, but it's on our Facebook. It's on our website.
It's on our website.
If you don't want to do it that way, call the number and ask how to do it. That, I believe, is Aubrey's number.
It is
isn't
Aubrey.
It's Aubrey.
Aubrey
Ask
Mayhew.
for Aubrey Mayhew.
Yes.
And then any more numbers?
Then what's the next number I got? One moment, please.
Oh, we'll have free tropical smoothies there too. FYI, at the Run.
At the Run.
Okay.
This is a very important number, because if you or a friend or you think somebody's in crisis or you're in crisis, don't hesitate to call us at 810-966-2575. That is our 24/7 mobile crisis line. It will be answered by a human being. And if they can either talk to you over the phone, if you don't need them to come in person, but if you do, they will be there, and they will help assess the situation and help get you to whatever resource you might need.
Okay. And
So that's important. And that's available to anybody in this county.
okay.
You don't have to be connected with us.
Right.
Anybody in the county.
Okay. And do I have one more number there, Sully?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is a 800 number, which is accessing services. So just a general number.
It's a general number, and if you're not in crisis, I encourage people to call Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and it's 888-225-4447.
Okay.
But if you're in crisis, you can call that number, but I would call our mobile crisis line if you're in crisis.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to throw those up just so that people can
Right.
write them down while we talk about them slowly. And
That's good, because you're helping us meet a goal in our strategic plan, which is to hopefully make sure everybody in this county is aware of how to access our services.
Yeah.
And they know when the time comes, because often I don't think people pay attention to those numbers, and then something comes up and they're like, what's
Yeah.
that number? We do
Right.
have magnets we give out all the time. We have little cards. We have all kinds of stuff, and if people want stuff, we'll give it out.
And our website's also a great resource, the SCCMH.org. So
Yep.
all of those numbers are listed
Yep.
there.
great. Well, welcome aboard. No,
Thank
you're
you.
already aboard, but
Yes.
welcome to the new
nice to meet
position,
you.
and
Thank
you'll
you.
do fine.
Thank
Just got to keep a tight rope on this
Right,
one next
right,
to you.
yes,
here.
yes.
That's a full-time job.
Yes.
Right there. Oh, hi.
Hey,
Nice to see you. And looking forward to May 22nd at 8 a.m., which is
I'm looking forward to it too, because that is the day we're going to recognize this man
Right.
with our media award. Is Mary Ellen coming?
yes, absolutely.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be a nice day, and we'll have a special treat for you. And you can say a couple things
Okay.
after you get the award if you want.
I will do that. No
Okay.
long speeches.
Right, no long speeches.
You've got a hook.
Yeah, we do.
Pull right
We'll be
off
like,
the stage.
Come on, Paul.
Next item.
But yeah, so no, we're happy to honor you, because you have done a lot over the years to increase the visibility of our organization and the work that we do. Because even when we're not doing this, I know that you have shared our information with people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you do that. You've invited us
Yeah.
to Rotary.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time again, depending on what's on the menu at the River Crab, if that's
Okay.
where you're going.
We can do that.
But anyways, yeah. So you've helped us in a lot of different ways, and so we
Okay.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Well, the girls have given us all the information they can for today, but they'll be back again soon. So we'll stay tuned, because we're going to talk to you about what is it?
Butterflies?
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
See you in a
Butterflies
second.
or hope.
And hope. Hope. As you know, we've got some exciting things happening in St. Clair County, and one of the things is called Earth Fair, and Judy Hayes is joining us, representing Earth Fair.
Correct.
And we welcome you to the Focus Show.
Thank you. It's nice to be here, Paul.
Nice to see you. Earth Fair is coming up April 27th.
April
right around
27th
right
and
around
26th and 27th.
Right around, and that's out of Goodles Park.
It is, yes.
And it is a great thing. Tell me all about it.
It sure is. It actually started in 2002. The St. Clair Environmental Education Network got together with the county, with nonprofits, with individuals, and they decided we need to make an awareness of our environment. So we got that together, and then in 2003 was our first Earth Fair.
Have you been involved ever since?
No, I have not.
Oh.
But that first Earth Fair, we had just a few volunteers, 7 vendors, and maybe a handful of people showed up.
So what happens at Earth Fair? You say vendors. What do you,
We have vendors that vendors that are good for the environment.
Okay.
They're
All
in the
right.
barns, and they do offer things that they have for sale, and that helps with the proceeds.
Give me an example.
We have the bees. We have
Oh.
a bee person there.
Wow.
Yep, we have trees. We are selling trees there. There are so many. It's hard to mention, and hopefully you can look on the website
Yeah.
and they can go there and see.
We'll throw that up
That's
for you.
right. That's right.
So it's going to be the 26th and 27th? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And is there an admission charge? I don't see that.
Nope. Everything is free. And like I said, how it started so small. Last year, it was attended by thousands of people. It was over 6,000 people did attend.
Oh my.
Yes, so that's how
wonderful.
much it has grown throughout
Okay.
the years.
Okay.
We had 70 vendors. We had a lot of people come in there, and it has grown to be one of Michigan's largest Earth Days celebrations.
Okay, and Goodles Park, just for those that might not know.
Yes.
Give me a Reader's Digest version of how to get there.
Okay, well, let's see. It's off of Lapeer Road.
Okay.
And it is in Goodles, and there's a lot of signs, and hopefully your GPS could tell you that.
Okay, very good, very good.
What do you think of that?
You brought along some pictures.
Yes.
If Sully will throw those up, we can talk about them. It's what is this now? It's got to be for the kids.
It is for the kids. It is our barrel train ride, and that is always a big hit for the Farm Museum.
Yeah.
They offer that ride, and we do. They can ride around there. They can go to their different presentations that we have to offer, which the kids just love.
If people have never been to the Goodles Park,
Yes.
they don't realize how big it is.
It is big.
It
yes.
is, in fact, on 2 sides of the road.
Right.
But is it on both sides of the road?
Nope, we just contain it to the one side, and it will also be where the Farm Museum is.
Yep.
And the kids could go through the Farm Museum. We also have the Wales Township Historical Society will have the village open, and people could go through and look at the one-room schoolhouse,
Oh,
the
wonderful.
post office.
Oh, great.
And they're also giving away some 1,000 samplings of trees.
Okay.
So first visitors
And
get
theirs are
there.
free.
Those are free, yes.
Okay.
And we also have some free ones.
Let's look at the next slide, Sully.
Okay.
Oh,
This is showing you the wingspan
okay.
of
and
our
I look
birds now.
close. It says red-tailed hawk is 4 feet.
Mm-hmm.
A great horned owl is 4.5 feet. And a bald eagle is 7 feet.
Doesn't that put that in perspective?
Wow.
So on Saturday, we'll have the Michigan Aviation Experience with birds of prey. And so they'll actually bring out birds. They'll have some owls. They'll have hopefully an eagle this year, a hawk. And that is something to see.
Yeah,
It
it would
is
be.
really
It would be.
interesting.
Is there a specific time on Saturday? Or are they going to be there all day?
They're going to be there all day. We do have some other presentations going
go
on that
ahead.
I can tell you about.
Good.
We have Bugs on Wheels. Is that funny? Nadia, the bug lady, she'll be there Friday and Saturday. The Metro Parks will be there, and we'll also have tree talks, and that's when we will give away some white pines
Oh.
with instructions on how to plant them, so the people know how to do that. We have a rope making demonstration.
Okay.
That's Friday and Saturday. And then only on Saturday is a pruning demonstration. That's at
Very
2:30
important.
to prune your trees, right?
And this is the time of year to
This
do
is
it.
the time to do it. And so they'll teach them how to prune the trees, and then they'll go for a walk in the woods,
Oh,
and they'll help us prune our trees. We'll have face painting for the kids or adults,
yeah.
and we'll have a DJ there.
Good.
So-
Let me see the next slide. Okay, that's the tree. Now, you do
Yes,
sell trees.
we do sell trees
You're going to
there.
give some away.
Yes.
But you're also selling. Why am I going to buy one?
Well, it's a big hit, and we want to encourage people. This is what this is all about. Our environment needs trees. Our trees clean our air, and we just want to teach people about the environment and the significant role that we play and our health plays for the ecosystem.
Do you have different kinds of trees you're going to be selling?
There will be different types of trees. I don't have the specifics on
Okay.
that, but yes.
Okay. And I think there's one more slide, isn't there, Sully? There we go.
Oh, my
we saved
favorite.
we saved the best for last, because your other title here
Oh.
is Michigan Butterfly Network Monitor.
That's right.
That's a big title.
It is a big title. And for an enjoyable cause, I tell you,
How long you been into butterflies?
I've been into butterflies for a long time. But the last 5 or 6 years, I get to go to a park and count butterflies. The amount of butterflies I'm seeing, unfortunately, is diminishing. So we need to get the word out and plant milkweed seeds. So that's what this butterfly house, we will have over 200 butterflies.
Wow.
And they can come in and they can feed the butterflies. You dip your Q-tip in Gatorade and you walk into the house and the butterflies will land right on the little stick there, or else they'll land on you.
Right.
It's just a great little thing for adults and children to see.
Is this a permanent butterfly house?
No, it is a temporary one. We will be getting our butterflies a few days prior, and they come in little envelopes, and we take them out, and they'll be there.
So they're sleeping.
They are sleeping when they come, and they wake up, and we get to enjoy them for a few days, and then we will release them. So, and at the butterfly house also, the kids will be able to see from the egg to the cocoon. We'll have all that, and then see what the butterfly looks like.
So they come from in an envelope.
Yes.
And you are going to just release them to the.
Well, we'll open them up into the butterfly house.
Right.
And it's really neat. And sometime last year, one landed right on my nose. And we'll also be giving away seed packets of milkweed and wildflower seeds, and that's something to encourage the butterflies.
Okay. So, but at the completion of the show,
Yes.
what happens to the butterflies? They're
Oh, we're going to release them.
to the air,
Yes.
to the world.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Great project.
It really
Okay.
is. It really is.
So it is April the 26th and 27th.
Yep, the 26th is 9 to 4.
Okay.
And that's when we have a lot of students come. The buses come, and all the students get to get the trees, come through the house. And then on Saturday, they hopefully went home and told their parents what a great time they had. And so they'll bring their parents back on Saturday.
Great.
And the time for Saturday is 10 to 4.
And there's probably hot dogs and ice cream
Oh,
and all that
that's
stuff
right.
is
There's
out there
some
too.
good vendors for that. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and we also will have a live sturgeon there. That'll be right
Oh,
by the
from the
butterfly
Friends of the
house.
Live St. Clair River?
Yes. Yep. So that'll be interesting for people to see. That's always a big hit.
Okay. Too bad you're not enthused.
I love it. I love seeing everyone have a good time and learning about our environment, because we got a long time to live here, and we
Yeah.
want to make it good for our future.
That's right. All right, so that's your invitation, folks. Earth
right.
Fair 2024. Been long success since 2002,
Right.
and it continues.
That's right. And any information?
Judy, you're welcome
Earth Day.
anytime.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Paul.
much for coming.
Okay.
That will be back with our next guest in just a second. Joining us now from Blue Water Hope is Sarah Mall. Nice to see you again, Sarah.
Thank you.
You recently were at St. Clair Rotary Club and made a nice presentation about an organization that you founded called Blue Water Hope. What is it?
Well, Blue Water Hope is a nonprofit that Kelly Jamison, Kathleen Carroll, and I started to help grieving parents within the Blue Water area who have lost children.
What a unique kind of an organization for a unique kind of thing that happens to people.
Definitely.
Wow. So when did you start it?
The idea came up last fall, and then we've kind of just been moving forward. So we became officially a nonprofit this year.
So all three of you have lost a child?
My friend Kelly, her son Drew was a twin, and his twin did pass, and she's had a miscarriage. And then my friend Kathleen has been directly impacted through loss that's occurred throughout generations. And so even though she herself has not lost a child, she's experienced loss.
Decided to join you.
Yeah.
Then there's no other kind of service like you have or in the county?
Our county's full of a bunch of great counselors and, community mental health and services like that. But I think what makes us unique is that we're able to reach out as peers, as friends.
Okay.
And so we can
All right.
directly relate.
Yeah, that would be a different angle. That would be a different support system, kind of system support that would be great. Yeah, so. You're just started. How many members have you got? I know you're probably looking for new members, but talk to me about that.
We're not necessarily a membership
Okay.
at all. We have a website, which is bluewaterhope.org, and we have some information online about just some upcoming events that we'll be hosting through Blue Water Hope. The one that's coming up the soonest is the day before Mother's Day, and it's located at Bridges in downtown Port Huron behind Pompey's. And it's basically a Mother's Day event on May 11th that moms are invited to just pull the community together. Mother's Day can be a really rough time.
Oh, it have to be a terrible day.
Yeah.
Terrible day.
And so we just hope to kind of bring the community together, offer a free dinner to moms who have gone through this. And there are a couple dads coming that'll be there. And we've got 4 local speakers who will just be sharing their story of both loss and then in turn hope.
It's got to be encouraging to hear other people's stories.
Yeah, big time.
And that you're not going through the experience alone.
No, not alone. I lost my son who was 16 almost 3 years ago. Our 3-year anniversary actually falls on Mother's Day this year. And I can remember the very first time that I sat across from my friend Sharia, for instance, and she had a miscarriage and she lost her little one. Her name was Rain. And I just remember looking into Sharia's eyes and having her share with me how she was feeling, what she was thinking. And she literally said the things that were going through my mind. Mm-hmm. And so even though our loss was different, and I've had opportunities with my son that she never got with Rain, I feel that a mom's broken heart is a broken heart regardless.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. May the journey always lead you home. That's the plaque that you brought here today, which is really beautiful. Talk to me about that.
Well, grief is a tricky thing.
Yeah.
And so when I first lost my son and the shock of everything just wore off, I remember just being clouded with grief. And there were times when irrational thoughts just went through my head. Mm-hmm. I can remember thinking, if my husband could find a new wife and she didn't deal with this trauma, she could be a good mom to my girls. And at the time it made sense to me. Looking back, once I was able to seek help and kind of seek counseling and talk with friends and whatnot, I realized how that was irrational. And so I think a lot of times when we're consumed by grief, all we can think about is just escaping our own pain. Mm-hmm. And I really, truly feel that our journey needs to lead us home. A lot of moms who have gone through loss like this, and dads, they have other children. They mm-hmm. have their spouse, they mm-hmm. have their parents, they mm-hmm. have their family and friends. And we really have to be there for other people. And sometimes it seems impossible, but I think just sitting across from someone who's gone through something similar can help. And so Blue Water Hope.
Talking about it.
Talking about it for sure. But
Blue Water Hope, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Blue Water Hope kind of hopes to be like a hub. Someone had used that word with me, and I'm like, that's spot on. Mm-hmm. A place where when loss does come up like this and we don't know what to do, we can come together and have one spot online, locally, with resources. And so we're just reaching out to the community and hoping that if people know of wonderful counselors, existing support groups, that they can let us know and we can compile that together.
You're
And so-
not a church organization,
No.
but you do believe in prayer and support as part of the support. What are the other things that you do for people?
Well, Blue Water Hope, the name itself, Hope,
Yeah.
H stands for healing. And so it's kind of the community belief of acknowledging our pain and reaching out and knowing we can't carry this burden alone. O is for opportunity, and so we just hope to bring people together in person, because I'm part of quite a few online support groups, and there's some good advice that goes around and parents that understand. But there's just something different again, being face to face. And some people, you know, they have a hard time leaving their house. They have a hard time going to work.
Yeah.
And so we just plan to meet people.
Pull the blanket over my head and stay there.
I have been there. I've been there. But we just hope to meet people where they're at. If they can't leave the house, maybe we come to you.
Okay.
If they can chance some coffee with a stranger, you know, my treat, that kind of thing. I am a Christian. I go to Lakeport Wesleyan out in Lakeport. And so P is for prayer. But anyone who serves with us, anyone who has a heart in this, knows that not everyone is going to have the same faith that we have. And really, any person, anytime, needs to be able to reach out, especially during times of grief. And so it's really important to us to just reach out into the community. We're available for prayer if that's what you need. We're praying for you, even if that's not what you want. But just to have respect and open conversations with people who have different beliefs is so important.
I think we've got a slide there with all your information on it. If Sullivan will throw, there it is. Blue Water Hope, and there's a text number there, 810-357-2057, a simple number, 357-2057. And the email address is just great, bluewaterhope.org, or that's the website, but on there you can get to the email address too. So,
Yeah.
have we missed anything?
Maybe E for encouragement.
Okay.
And actually, that's a pretty important
Yeah.
part, because Blue Water Hope's not about me and Kathleen and Kelly and, you know, the people we've come into contact with. It's really about community. It's about letting people know that if they have someone who's gone through loss in life, it's okay to be awkward.
Yeah.
It's okay to say the wrong thing and then apologize, but just showing up, you know, showing up and being there. And so part of the encouragement of this community is for others to share what they've learned. And so I've reached out to a few families and asked parents to write letters just to someone who's got a little bit newer journey and whose, you know, shoes someone else might have already walked in, to just offer hope and
You've
support.
got great thoughts there. You really have great thoughts. I salute you for that.
Thank you.
Anything more?
Not that I can think of.
Let's remind them that the May the 11th, the day before Mother's Day, tough day for you, at Bridges behind Pompeii's from 4 to 8. There'll be. Is there a cost to it?
No, it's absolutely free. We are having it catered locally, and so we hope people will register just so we can get a head count.
Yeah, get a head count.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Sarah, always it was nice to meet you at Rotary, and again to have you here, and thank you for all you're doing for other people besides helping yourself at the same time.
Thank you.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.